Hi guys, welcome to episode 1.5 of Small Game Adventures. This is going to be a little bit of a tutorial between episodes 1 and 2. We're going to talk about throwing practice and how to throw things properly in Pixel Dungeon. It's a really important skill and it's something that I don't think a lot of people have really worked out properly yet. But I'm going to be using it a lot in episode 2, so it's important to understand it now. Here's a pretty, average example. We've got a Null Scout right at the end of a hallway. And most people in this circumstance would hit the wait button or just, diddly-dally around until the null is in direct targeting range, because obviously if we throw something at it now, we're going to miss. I'm going to break down the map into action squares, so obviously if I clicked on one of these action squares, I would walk towards it. Now if I attack the null scout directly, my projectile line is going to look something like this. Notice how it crosses the wall in the middle somewhere. So right about where that red dot is where my projectile would fall if I tried to attack the null scout directly. Of course I don't want to do that. I still want to deal damage because that's really important to do when you're fighting. Obviously you want to get out as much damage as you can. Now if I zoom out a little bit and change my my action square that I'm targeting to almost twice as far away, you can see that projectile line actually crosses where the null scout is. So in this snapshot, it's a little bit harder to see, but my boomerang has hit the null scout. It's done some damage. And I'm still standing at the other end of the hallway, which is really, really handy. Another type of example, I guess, we've got a wraith that's just come through this doorway here. It's 2 steps away from me. I need to be able to hit it because the wraith is otherwise going to come into the room and just do lots of damage to me. So if I try and target the wraith directly like this, my projectile is going to fall directly at my feet, and that's not going to be useful. If I try and target the wall behind the wraith, my projectile line crosses the wall where that wraith is, and I am actually going to do damage to it, killing it, which is really handy. Obviously in this screenshot I'm just proving that it's actually worked. I didn't actually manage to snapshot the actual death itself. So I'm not going to go through all the different examples, but I highly recommend next time you're in a long hallway with a couple of projectile weapons, try tapping the wall with that projectile weapon gradually up and just see where it falls, because that's a really important indicator, and it's something that you should definitely practice and get used to. It's a really handy skill to learn for Pixel Dungeon. It'll let you do a whole lot more damage. Yeah, I can't recommend it enough. I hope that's been a little bit enlightening. You'll definitely see me using this in episode 2. And until then, have fun and enjoy.